Hey everybody, it's Eduardo back here with blacksandbitcoin.com, and I wanted to wait till the end of 420 today. Happy 420 today to those who partake of marijuana and marijuana products. I generally do not, although some CBD on your knees every once in a while I hear might be a good thing. But I wanted to get this out because of the hype behind SafeMoon. Yes, you heard it. You may be invested in it. Chances are you probably are. 800,000 hodlers in SafeMoon. This thing is, I think it's added some, 200,000, 250,000 holders today alone. I mean, the hype behind this is unmatched. And I admit, I'm a bit of a fan of the tokenomics. You know, you check out their white paper, their extremely slim white paper. It doesn't take much to read it. Where they basically explain, you know, how it works. Generally, it reminds me of CeDO, as far as that every transaction 10% is taken out. Only in this case, only half of the 10% is returned as divs to other holders. And then what they do with the other half is what makes it interesting. You have 2.5% is used as BNB. You can find this on the Binance Smart Chain with its super low fees. And then the other half is provided in SafeMoon protocol tokens so that you have an automatic liquidity pair. What does that mean, an automatic liquidity pair? It means that half of each transaction fee is creating a pool where you can go buy SafeMoon on PancakeSwap. See right here. Notice for trading SafeMoon, and I don't even think they do this to all tokens, but SafeMoon has been burning up PancakeSwap like a flapjack. And so they tell you that you must set your slippage tolerance to 12% because of the 10% fee that gets taken out with each transaction. And they tell you exactly what it is. 5% gets redistributed, or the fancy term they're calling it now out in DeFi, reflection rewards. And then 5% is used to add liquidity. And when you add liquidity to a liquidity pool on an exchange like PancakeSwap, you must provide equal amounts of the trading pair. So in this case, you're providing equal amounts of Binance coin and SafeMoon token. I understand. And so part of the fascination tokenomics style with SafeMoon is that they're one of the, I'm not sure if they were the first, but definitely one of the most popular ones that are doing this automatic liquidity providing with every transaction. So it feels safe in so much that when you're ready to sell, there will be an automatic market already waiting for you when you're ready to sell, because with every transaction, they're adding liquidity with both Binance, which is what you use to buy SafeMoon token, and the SafeMoon token itself. But the reason why I felt like, and full disclosure, I bought myself a little bag myself. I was initially turned off by the ridiculous token supply. They have literally a quadrillion. At first I thought it was a quintillion. It's actually a quadrillion. I mean, numbers so big, you know, I couldn't even track it. The token supply is a quadrillion. So what is that? 12 zeros? I can't keep up. So the total token supply is a quadrillion. So that kind of turned me off. But then when I actually read the quick white paper page, I figured out, oh, this is like CeDO that just automatically provides liquidity on another exchange. So, and yeah, we won't be tracking my bag. I've got a very small bag. You know, I'm using this pretty much for educational purposes. I'm just kind of studying this. But I wanted to get this out because an exploit has been found. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm part of Crypto Coin Trader on Facebook. It's a group that that explains it pretty clearly. And so Artanis Asada put up about an hour ago, damn, DeFi auditor war on rugs discovered a bug on SafeMoon while fixing a fork of it, Fairmoon. So basically a copycat of SafeMoon. This looks bad. Owner address can dump on hodlers. Now, try to explain this as best I could, as I can, because actually I was alerted to this exploit about maybe a day after I bought my tiny little bag. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, fingers crossed. Basically, what happens is that when the auto liquidity ad is made, LP tokens don't go to burn address, but the owner unlocked. What are LP tokens? All right, so, and trust me, this took me all weekend to figure out how this whole thing works when you provide liquidity. But basically, when you provide liquidity, when you're offering up both halves of the liquidity pair, in order to keep track of what you've submitted to the liquidity pool, and so they can, pay you for staking your coins on their site, PancakeSwap gives you these things called LPs, liquidity pool tokens. So in this case, if you provided liquidity in this case, SafeMoon, the contract and the developers are providing liquidity in Binance Coin and SafeMoon Coin, so they get a SafeMoon Binance LP token, essentially. So that basically keeps track of how much liquidity you've provided to PancakeSwap, and so that when you're ready to pull out your liquidity, right, anytime you're ready to pull out, take your money back from, providing liquidity on the site, you can show these LP tokens that, hey, I've got X amount of Binance and SafeMoon on your site, give it back. So that's why this is alarming, because it's basically saying, and Warren Ruggs is, I think they're fairly new, but they seem to be pretty reputable, an independent group of auditors out there in the crypto space. I've actually looked into them a little bit for myself, for my Cinema Draft project, to see, to kind of see what it might cost to get an audit or whatever. But I'm very intrigued by these guys, and they post their stuff on Twitter a lot. And so basically what they're saying is that these LP tokens that SafeMoon gets for providing liquidity on PancakeSwap, they are not burnt, and by burnt meaning they get sent to a dead address and they can't be used. They go to the dev account, to the owner, to the administrator account, which launched the contract, unlocked. What? So we go to SafeMoon, to Warren Ruggs' Twitter account, where they go into it, and buyer beware. This is an exploit. Now, I'm not saying, I think it'd be the dumbest thing in the world for the devs over at SafeMoon to basically pull back their liquidity, and it looks like, according to Warren Ruggs, they have roughly 50% of the liquidity pool tokens. That means 50% of the Binance coin can be taken, but also 50% of the tokens, which means he could also dump the tokens right after and get back in total at least 75% of the LP, a stunning amount of 165,000 BNB coins, which is like almost $100 million, something like that. That's nuts. Ooh. That is saying a lot. And then someone else backs it up with what's this? With a screenshot of DevWallet owns 50.21% of the SafeMoon BNB liquidity pool token supply. Buyer beware. Like I said, I invested entirely what I can afford to lose in this, and the attraction of SafeMoon is that it is rising rapidly. I think I have 6x'd since I bought in a few days ago. That's part of the appeal of it. And part of the reason why I want to study it is because it seems so it seems a bit unsustainable. I don't know if it's unsafe, but unsustainable. This exploit, definitely unsafe. But as far as the tokenomics go, I'm intrigued, because everything out here in crypto, you can learn from. What's that expression goes? Either I win or I learn. I never lose. Either I win or I learn. I think either Pat Riley or Kobe Bryant or somebody said that. Anyways, that's kind of how I'm approaching SafeMoon. Some people are like plowing, 4, 5, 6 figures into this. That could never be me. But just be aware. I'm not saying that they're going to exploit this. I'm saying that there is an exploit. And I feel like, being in crypto for now over 8 years, I feel like I've seen, a lot. I never say I've seen everything, because there's always something lurking that I'm not aware of, but I've seen a lot. I've seen the reason why I'm fascinated by SafeMoon is that it reminds me of the the salad days of P3D, where, you know, I mean, they called themselves a Ponzi coin or whatever. They didn't have any real product until they dropped FOMO 3D that weekend in July 2018, and then it took off. and I was making $1,400 a day, you know, just in dividends, and you felt like it'd go on forever. Well, it lasted exactly one weekend when it went from 12,000 ETH up to 81,000 ETH and right back down to like 10 or 9, and then it's kind of petered out. I mean, it's still around. I mean, the contract's working as designed, but it was unsustainable. So I wonder how sustainable the hype is on this, and at the point where people are boarding the rocket ship if they've already, quote unquote, missed out. Yes, SafeMoon is working on a product. The audacity I find, they actually have a fundraiser going on. Let me see if I can find this SafeMoon fund, where having a $4 billion market cap's not enough. No, actually, hold on a second. It's higher than that. Hold on. Having a $7 billion market cap isn't enough. They actually have a fundraiser. They're asking you for money for $1 million on top. Donation. Not even saying you're gonna, you know, you're not holding a piece of the action, just a donation. 77% of the way, they've got a donation in almost any token you like in order to help them build their decentralized exchange. And maybe because they made so many early investors so much money, people are just giving them even more money to build this exchange and give the token some utility. But man, that's nuts. So anyways, I'm hedging my bets on something called Safe Mars. I do not endorse this because it's basically SafeMoon only with everything burnt. They're very proud of their burn. Similar type of structure. I think it's 10%. Yeah, it's similar type of thing, 10%, with half going back in rewards, the other half providing liquidity for Safe Mars only. In this case, they are 100% burning the tokens and the LP tokens as well. So that's what makes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, actually, this is 6%. I'm sorry, not 10%, 6%. No, 4%. Okay, here we go. So it's only 4% transaction fee. 2% goes to the holders, and then 2% is auto locked into liquidity. And of this liquidity, the LP tokens, here it is, are burned. They're sent to what's called a dead account, where it's like a black hole. They go in, tokens don't come out. They are 100% not having any control of the liquidity once they post it. And also a very simple, their white paper is actually pretty interesting. It looks like a pitch deck. Comes like this. But yeah, so I'm hedging my bets with Safe Mars. Once again, another tiny bag. I do not endorse or whatever. Do your own research. I'm studying this just for my own purposes. But and I'm not necessarily. And once again, if I lose it, fine. If it takes off to Mars, which is further than the moon, then maybe I make some money. Who knows? And Safe Mars right now, 0.00098 whatever. Also, what's kind of interesting about all this is that I do not see on either SafeMoon or Safe Mars a referral link. So good for them. Maybe they figure if they figure they can do it without referrals, more power to them. All right. So, and then also we will finish up with, of course, the CETO update. All right, so, and actually let me refresh to get the latest numbers. And it's been a bit of an up and down day. All right, so Binance pumping. And a lot of this, honestly, is behind the SafeMoon hype. I think I saw somewhere on the interwebs that Trust Wallet was out of Binance Coin because people were, at one point, because people were just, bum rushing the site to buy some Binance Coin, to buy SafeMoon. $2.12 right now. This has actually been as high as $2.60, $2.70, depending on the price of Tron and the amount of Tron in the contract. Everything looking pretty healthy. And another reason why it's good to check in on CETO on a day like today, where the SafeMoon hype is out of control, is because this is basically SafeMoon minus the liquidity providing, because CeDO acts as its own exchange, but also with guardrails. Because the thing about, and I've seen so much misinformation in the BPNC group about people who are FOMOing into SafeMoon because they feel like it's undumpable, it's unpump and dumpable or whatever. People who have very rudimentary knowledge of tokenomics. No, it is entirely pump and dumpable. Because the thing about it is that the thing about CeDO, which is fairly unique to most of the tokens I've seen out there, and the reason why I still am very high on it is, from the P3D days, is that I saw what happened when you run P3D, when P3D, gets hot and it gets pump and dump. I was there for that glorious weekend when we ran up from, was it 6,000 ETH up to 81,000 ETH? There were 81, almost 82,000 ETH. And it felt like it lasts forever. Now, the contract's not dead, but, very minimal activity. No one's making any money off it. I pulled my money out like a year ago. So the thing about the Safe Moons and the Safe Mars is that without having a 30-day early withdrawal penalty fee like CeDO does, they aren't as safe as you think they are. Like, they can be pump and dump. Yes, there will be liquidity provided, when people are selling and flipping this on the back end. So there will always be a pool where you can buy into it, but the prices will go down as people sell. That's just how these hourglass contracts work. So for someone to say that it's that you really can't pump and dump SafeMoon, it's wrong. And you can theoretically try and pump and dump CeDO, but it will take you 30 days to do it at any profit. If you buy into CeDO today and you try to flip it tomorrow, you will lose 75% of your shit. I promise you. I've seen it happen. Anyways, the CeDO update. We originally bought 635 CeDO, gave away 61. We are now, price of Tron is, what is the price of Tron right now? Price of Tron is 13.11 cents. And this number, I think it went down as low as 619. It's been down, but it's been building back up. I haven't reinvested at all. This is all dividends. Some people have been taking profit. I think Tron reached almost 18 cents at one point over the past week, so we saw some profit taking there. The contract working as designed. Love seeing people take profit. And so at $1,202.90, we invested $200. Like I said, gave away 61 of these CeDO for a profit of $1,002.90. Divided by 200, that's 502% ROI. So yes, maybe people are making that in a day or a couple days with SafeMoon, but just beware. We now know, it is ruggable, as they say. They could possibly pull a rug pull on this. Just be careful out there. Be safe with your SafeMoon. But CeDO, running strong, 2.5 months in, 500% ROI. They posted the code to Big Tent, which should be their next product release. Their first, honestly, game / product release that's not another token. And yeah, let's see how that goes. Oh yeah, and their NFTs, bless their heart. I think they added a new one. Oh yeah, Dottie does Kombucha Girl. 0.25 left on their auction. If you got that kind of cash laying around, go with God. And I guess now you can also buy all, was it 12? I think it's, all 14 of King of the Jungle for one low price of $3,600. Must be nice. Gosh, I wish I kind of stocked up on ETH back when it was down to $120 2 years ago. Anyways, so that is it for now. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'll be back sometime later. Holla at your boy. Thank you for listening to the Blacks in Bitcoin podcast. The previous content you have enjoyed should be considered opinions only and enjoyed for entertainment value solely. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. Thank you for listening.